Hi everybody, we're at the group doing Practicum 6, which is chapter 14. I'm Michelle McNamara.
Hi, my name is Ray Richards.
Hi, my name is Yulia Loshkareva.
I'm Yami Wang.
And today, about the agenda, we are going to introduce our product, and then the promotion mix. Under that, we are going to talk about the advertising, personal selling, public relations, sales promotion, and direct marketing. After that, we'll talk about the communication objectives. At the end, we'll give our thought on this practicum and show you our references.
Okay, so the product that we chose to do was Red Bull energy drinks. Um, Red Bull was founded in 1987 and has grown to be the highest selling energy drink in the world. While in 1987 the original Red Bull was born, the company now hosts a multitude of products for different tastes and calorie levels. Red Bull is a heavy advertising company that tries to capture the image of the extreme athlete. Many of the top race car drivers and X Games athletes are now sponsored by Red Bull to show consumers that truly can give you wings.
The first part of the promotional mix that we are going to be talking about is advertising. The definition of advertising, which can be found on page 407, is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor. So the main slogan that Red Bull uses, which is promoted throughout the different events that they do, is the Red Bull gives you wings. And through this slogan, they try to promote the fact that if you drink Red Bull, you're going to be given wings, as they say in their slogan. So one of the things that they have done is attach their brand with a high-risk aviation stunt. And these were started the highest ever free fall parachute, which was 39 kilometers above Earth. As James O'Brien said on Mashable.com, Red Bull is a publishing empire that also happens to sell a beverage. So they've created an empire, as he says, out of their brand. And basically, they want to give something valuable to get something valuable in return. And that's what they use for their central idea to their marketing content.
According to principle of marketing, personal selling is defined as a personal presentation by the firm's sales force for the purpose of making sales and building customer relationships. Is doing every best a brand can do to grab the eyes of consumers. It engaged with the audience at big events with high production quality image. Red Bull also promotes through adrenaline, gives a feel for an experience when drinking Red Bull. Red Bull is making sales innovative. Through the all kinds of extreme sports, Red Bull is making sales innovative. Through all kinds of extreme sports events, this helps build the brand loyalty for target audience.
Next up, promotional mix is direct marketing. Direct marketing definition can be found on page 407. Direct connections with carefully targeted individuals, consumers to both obtain an immediate response and cultivate lasting customer relationship. Red Bull uses word of mouth promotion, BOM, pull market principle. Red Bull Wings team brings one-on-one experience to customers, brings product to the customers, lets customers try and build their own network and products, creates customer interest, helps launch products in a new market.
Alright, so the next part of the promotional mix is the sales promotion, and that is short-term incentives to encourage the purchase or sale of a product or service. And Red Bull definitely went a different route than some of its competing brands, and they want to put their product in the hands of the most likely drinkers, which they think will be males 18 to 34 years old, primarily in the extreme sports realm. And they have done this through a lot of social media to encourage that target age using things like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Um, They have the slogan that they've been using, "We are with you and one of you." Um, they have been producing videos to go with this slogan, viral videos that evoke a rush that people can get from the product. And their logo is everywhere, and they have a bunch of different logos that they use for certain sporting events and certain athletes that creates brand recognition.
With the sales promotion, the Red Bull founder Dietrich Mateschitz, he also stated that if we don't create the market, it doesn't exist. And basically, they're just trying to create a new market through their brand Red Bull. According to Beverage Marketing Corporation, Red Bull owns 67% of the share of an energy drink market in the United States. And as it says on Forbes.com, success that was created in entirely new category in the global F&B market is the energy drink itself, and that was started because of Red Bull. And now that market is, like I said, owned 67% by Red Bull.
Publicism is a public relations. Public relations definition you can find in good relationship with a company's various publics by obtaining favorable corporate image of unvariable rumors, stories, and events. Red Bull is not just energy drink; it's a brand, which they constantly emphasize. There are three significant Red Bull events. First one is extreme sports. As you can see on the picture, it's a jetpack in Dubai who jumps from the tallest building in the world. You can get there by invitation only. Next one is the Red Bull magazine, which distributes about 5 million copies a year. And the last one, The Art of the Flight, which came out, the movie that came out in 2011. It was the top of the iTunes list for a week.
Next part of the public relations portion is the brand as a lifestyle. And as said by Marshall Nord, it is a lifestyle brand with the #1 energy drink and a media company that cuts across demographics and psychographics that produces and distributes content. Um, this is shown through their standing on Forbes.com's world's most important brands. They stand at number 69, and they're above certain competitors such as Starbucks, and they're also above other major companies like Chase and Lexus at 87 and 73 respectively. So we can really see growth in the last few years of the brand, primarily through the younger generation and the extreme sports market. It also shows that they sold 5.2 billion cans, which is up 13% from last year, and they've done this in 165 countries. So they are continuously expanding their brand and reaching out to different lifestyles and creating a excitement to the younger generation.
Public relations is a mass promotional tool in the promotion mix. Some of the function Red Bull is using is listed below. The first is press relations. It's also called a press agency. It's creating and placing newsworthy information in the news media to attract attention for Red Bull. As Yulia mentioned in previous slides, Red Bull is using magazine and billboard to attract public attention. The second is product publicity. It's publicizing specific products like Red Bull is trying to sponsor the events and endorsement for the famous athlete.
So one of the communications objectives is increasing awareness. Red Bull uses their Wings team, and each of them have their own Red Bull cars that have the silver can on the back of it. And this is the promotional cars that come loaded to events filled with Red Bull. And these are popular at football games or other extreme sporting events. Basically, this is a way that they're using their direct marketing, and they can just give their product and have the customer experience it with them right there. Another way is to sponsor race cars. Is the way that they get into the niche of the extreme sports through sponsoring. They sponsor different athletes and promote at the X Games. One of the famous skateboarders that is sponsored is Ryan Sheckler.
Red Bull is the most convenient product at certain sports events and concert-type events, showing up with promotional drinks and giving out free drinks. These are things that are popular with crowds because it's something other companies like Monster cannot do at the same level. Through this, they are able to get other energy drink brand fanatics to maybe think about switching to or trying Red Bull, maybe for the first time.
Red Bull relies heavily on word of mouth, and people drinking Red Bull is in front of their friends. Red Bull is trying to create word of mouth through their experience and expressive advertising. If they can get people talking about the athletes they're sponsoring, they can get more and more people to check out their brand and products. While advertising in the main component in reach, the customer and their friends think it's cool. You will think it's too. Groups, especially athletes, tend to go by the trends at the moment, and if all of the teammates, competitors are drinking Red Bull, you will sell.
Okay. The next communications objective is changing attitudes. And while normally seen as just an energy drink and not in the sporting drink realm, Red Bull has pushed itself into sports sponsorships and sporting events. They're starting to compete with companies like Gatorade and Powerade for that market share. Um, and people don't just see it as an energy drink anymore because some of their favorite athletes, they can be seen drinking them before events and after events. And so more and more people are wanting to do that instead of your typical sports drink and are switching to Red Bull.
The last communications objective is Red Bull focuses on the fact that they like to bring out the insane athlete inside everyone. And as you can see in these pictures, obviously they have had a lot of practice and it's what they've developed over time, but they just want to show that Red Bull gives them this extreme experience and enhances their experience while doing their extreme sports. After everything, our view of Red Bull has definitely developed, and it has become evident to us that Red Bull works hard to target and create a new market for the energy drink. We can now see how present Red Bull is all across the world. And Red Bull, being a worldwide company, has innovated a new way of marketing, through their extreme sports and just creating a brand. The marketing aspect of their product is the most important thing for this company, and it's through the way that they promote their brand. The different take on marketing that they have used has made their brand more successful and more successful than their competing brands like Rockstar and Monster. And Red Bull is definitely the leader of their energy drink market, and their publicity and revenue makes it clear and evident that they're the leader of their market.
So some thoughts about this practicum. First come with the difficulties. We found that research was a big and important part of this assignment. This project helped to develop better research skills to find information easily and helped to develop a better understanding of 5 stages of a promotional mix. Presentation clearly summarizes each part and provides an example on every slide.
The next one is selection of material. It was difficult to select only small parts of wide range of available information. Technological difficulties. Putting video together while we were all in different places created some technological difficulties.
All right, and some of the stronger sides that we thought we did, answering the question, all five parts of our question has been answered, and the main point has been discussed and analyzed, and we feel like we provided some really interesting and new info as it relates to marketing about the Red Bull company. Our structure, all five parts of the question again are answered. We have a nice flow, and we really put Red Bull in a new light.
All right, this is the references we use for our presentation, and thank you for watching.